relating is relationships, you know, connecting, bonding. And when we don't have that bond, that's when we fall into depression. Like when I was going so I don't know. Like when it comes to that, I feel like, you know, going back to letting them know that they matter, but sometimes people don't believe that because it goes back to the belief. You could tell somebody I love you, and if they're insecure, they're not going to hear you. They're not going to hear that. You're going to have to say it every day because that person has a hole at the bottom of their heart. Just to give you imagery, they have a hole at the bottom of their heart. You're filling them up daily, and then you're like, wait, why don't you believe me? Because they're insecure because of their life, their past life, right? So now they're trying to come over that. That's why it's really important to heal before, you know, starting relationships with people. You know, it's really important to build yourself up, because if you don't know how to build yourself up, you don't know how to be happy by yourself and just be happy. What makes you be happy, like what makes you happy, then you won't connect and relate and bond with people. And another thing about depression is it comes with not bonding with people. This is why I was talking to you, Tevin, about, you know, calling your friends. Because when we don't bond with people, when we don't relate, we can't have relationships. Relating is relationships, you know, connecting, bonding. And when we don't have that bond, that's when we fall into depression. Like when I was going into depression, and the reason I could talk about depression is because I was in it, I came out of it, and then I can kind of explain to you guys how I came out of it if you want me to.
Sure. Yeah, you can go even deeper, because a lot of people who maybe like listen to this podcast may need these kind of words to hear right now.
So when I went into depression, it's because I isolated myself, like purposely. I just started to really believe that nobody cared by not talking to people, by not, like, you know, not listening to what people were telling me. My boyfriend was telling me, at the time I was dating, my boyfriend was telling me, yeah, I love you, but I wasn't listening to him. I didn't care about it. You know, I was already numb. I was already, and I really want to be careful about this because this is a really emotional topic, and it's really close to my heart because I lost my cousin to suicide, and I was on the verge of suicide myself. But the way how I came out of that dark spot is basically just remembering, you know, who I am and like why I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, so, and of course other relationships too, but the thing about it is I would have to say is don't isolate yourself. You know, if you're going through a depression right now, and like this is on my heart, like I don't know who's listening to this, who needs this message, but if you're going through depression right now, don't isolate. And when your friends tell you that they love you and they care about you, you know, listen to them. And, you know, every single day, that's why I'm saying it's really important to speak life over yourself. You know, don't get into that belief, because it's really easy to believe that, you know, you don't matter or they don't care. And then, you know, it becomes more of like a self-pity thing. Like you start breaking yourself down. It's very easy to break yourself down. So once you get in that mindset, you know, ask for help. You know, tell someone close to you, like, you know, this is what I've been feeling lately. Share your feelings with people, be open, be vulnerable. There's power in being vulnerable. There's power in it. So I just wanted to like let someone know. I don't know who needed that message, but honestly, it's really easy to turn. I'm not gonna say it's really easy, but it's really easy to turn things around when you decide to, like, you know, start bonding with people. That's why I feel like it's really important to connect with people and, you know, yeah, getting to know yourself and what makes you happy, writing down a list of things that make you happy. Make sure you're doing it every single day, because we all have an inner child in us, and it's called the red wagon. Like that's a therapy thing. We all have an inner child within us, and if you're not feeding that, if you're not soothing yourself, maybe something happened to you as a kid, you know, and you're not going back to addressing that trauma, addressing it. If you're not doing the stuff that you need to do, then, you know, you're gonna beat yourself up. You're not gonna deal with it positive. Like you're gonna start maybe, you know, drugs, alcohol, all that other stuff, right? There's a lot of negative ways to cope. You don't want to have negative coping mechanisms, because at the end of the day, you're just kind of brushing it underneath, and it's gonna surface up at the worst time. You're gonna start bleeding on people that never even hurt you because you didn't close that wound up. You didn't do the things that you needed to do, right? So for me, I know it's really important to have self-compassion. And self-compassion is not self-pity. Self-compassion is knowing I got a cut. and I got to do something to protect this cut. Self-pity is picking at the cut. That's the difference. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Sorry to get so deep.
No. It's a message. It's a message that needs to be heard. This is literally all about finding yourself, finding who you are as a person. And sometimes people don't realize who they are until they're in that search, in that journey of finding themselves. And they realize that, oh my gosh, I had all this baggage. I had all of this on me, and I didn't even let it go. And it's and it's a good thing that I'm finding myself doing this from a journey, because I can let go of it and feel more free than I ever have been before. Now, instead of not doing this journey and self-search and self-discovery, and then God knows where I'll be 10, 15 years later. So like all in all.
Yeah. See, we building something special straight from scratch. Always bringing awareness to you, cause we always got your back. Self-improvement is the emphasis, patience is an element. Now is the time for you to unlock your potential excellence.